Hello first. What's up, Davers? What's up, Amy? What? Grilling game. Yeah, I try to alternate 50-50. Yeah, when you play video games, if you select men, then you want men, right? Because like the character isn't supposed to represent you, right? They're the character that you are choosing to look at all the time. So do you want to look at, you know, muscly, sweaty man, or do you want to look at girl? Although in the case of Pokemon, I don't think you should consider either. What's up? What? I'm gonna be Lopunny, so you can look at that. Is there a game where you can play as Lopunny? I feel like they would like put Lopunny in like Pokemon GX or whatever it's called, the fighting. Oh, Pokken. Guang, what's up? Imagine the jiggle physics on Lopunny in a Pokemon fighting game. Isn't it that she doesn't have, like, those aren't actually, it's like, how do I explain it? I feel like they would put, like, Mega Lopunny in, too. It would be Mega Lopunny. It's gonna be very sus. Like, you can, if you don't care about views that much, then yeah. You might get community guidelined. Yeah, but at a certain point they start threatening your account. What's up, Louie? What's up, Chase? This is Pokemon Sapphire. Yeah, we're just trying to get shiny Kyogre. So 1 in 8,000. Am I good? You mean am I good at Pokemon? I'm okay. What's up, Kevin? I'm okay. Doesn't really change much with shiny hunting, though. You can't really be that good at shiny hunting. You could be more efficient, but it doesn't help that much. It's like, I'm good at catching the shinies. I'm good at being persistent. And consistent. I'm consistent and persistent. I'm all the distance. What's Kyogre? It's like a whale, I guess. We want it to be pink instead of blue. Every time I see it, it's like, why are you blue? That was probably the most I've ever sounded like Walter White. I channeled it. I summoned it. Happy poop. Thanks, Chase. Thanks for the happy poop. I was gonna make a waffle joke, Davey. I was thinking about it and I was like, nah. Then I didn't. You beat me to it. Happy poop's crazy. Poop doesn't have emotions. It's not alive. It's not a multicellular organism. How do you play emulator? You get shinies? I mean, sometimes. Not that often, because I play with, you know, I do full odds. So, like once every couple weeks, I get one, on average. Right now, when I streamed more, it was more often, because, you know. Pretty rare, but that makes it more exciting when it does happen, you know, because if I just got a shiny every, you know, 3 shinies every stream, it'd be like, oh, okay, well, kind of expecting that. How do you get a shiny? You just have to encounter the Pokemon over and over. So basically every time you encounter a Pokemon in most games, generally you see the Pokemon come on your screen. Every time that happens, you have a 1 in 8,000 chance, at least in these games. In Gen 6 and later, so Pokemon X and Y, and Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun and Moon, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Sword and Shield, Legends Arceus, Scarlet and Violet, Legends EA, all those games, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, all those are 4096. And Gen 5 and everything before that is 8192. 1 in 8192. So 1 in about 8200, as opposed to 1 in 4100. What's your favorite Pokemon? Probably Ghastly. Probably Ghastly overall. Eevee? Okay. Okay. A little basic, but, you know. YOLO. Grookey or Trico? Okay. Grass starters? Okay. Okay. I'm down with Grookey. Grookey's cute. Trico? I mean, it's alright. Basic bitch. I am too with some stuff, at least. What's your favorite gym? I don't really have one. I don't think about that. Vegeta's your favorite? I guess it's not really that many characters to have as a favorite. I think it would. Vegeta's not that basic. I think like saying like Goku would be like basic. There's not a ton of options with Dragon Ball Z. I mean, there's a lot of characters, but like, you know, is there? I'm gonna go Piccolo.
It doesn't make a difference, guys. The balls are inert.
Rick, hey, what's going on? That's like saying Superman's your favorite. Yeah, basically. Thank you, Rick. What's going on?
Goku.
To do Vegeta, so you do Piccolo, so
it doesn't make a difference, guys.
And you go up. It doesn't make a difference, guys. Just bring it up a little bit. I haven't done it for a while. That was okay. Do I like Tadic? No. I've never watched it or seen it or anything. I know that a lot of the people that do like it though, be a little wacky goofy. Not to say someone, if you like it, then you're wacky goofy. But there are a lot of people who do like it that are wacky goofy, you know. I was playing Code Vein 2, Weep Souls 2. Interesting. Like anime Dark Souls. Never heard of it. That's cool though. I wish I kind of grew up with One Piece instead of DBZ. I didn't like Super or Daima. Yeah, I mean, I probably would never watch Super. But I just think that, like, the whole formula of Dragon Ball, like, it worked back in the day, especially when you were younger, you know, but, like, once you start to think about things, it's like, oh, they're just, like, yelling at each other, and then, like, 3 episodes they spend, like, talking about how they're gonna beat each other up. Then they fight for, like, 5 minutes, and then one of them's like, I'm gonna power up even more, you know, and then it's, like, 3 episodes of, like, I'm gonna defeat you. I'm gonna defend the planet. I'm going to destroy the planet. You know? And then it's like another one of them. They fight for another 5 minutes and then one of them powers up and it's like 3 more episodes. You know? Not as bad as Boruto. Is Boruto bad? I feel like they would have like moved out of like that kind of thing. I thought Naruto was okay. I can name all the characters I know in Tadika. Is that okay? If you want to. I don't think... Not to be mean, but I just don't think anybody cares though. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like it'd be a waste of your time. I love Death Note. Everybody loves Death Note. That's the first anime that you gotta watch. Like, I watched Naruto and Bleach and, like, Dragon Ball Z and stuff when I was growing up. I watched, like, Naruto on YouTube when they used to have the episodes in, like, 3 parts on YouTube. And it was a good time, you know, when I was younger. And same with Bleach. But, like... Death Note's like, I don't know. It's like a different step into anime. But that was the first like anime I watched. That wasn't like long-term shonen type stuff. That was like Americanized and dubbed and stuff like that. But it was a good time. Boruto's writing sucks. The only high part was the Ishiki fight. I'm 37, so Toonami was the thing. Yeah. Trigun, great time. I never watched Rurouni Kenshin. Inuyasha, I watched a lot of Inuyasha, but I don't remember much about it. Big O never watched, I don't think. What's up, Wesley? Do I play Roblox? No. Yeah, no. Minecraft? No. I don't play any games. Batman Gundam. Interesting. I remember the name from like the TV guide, like when you're like, but I just didn't end up watching it ever. Same with Rurouni Kenshin. But I watched, so I actually didn't watch Trigun when it was on Toonami, but my sister's boyfriend had it on DVD, and on a road trip, I watched all of Trigun. It's only like 23 episodes. It's not very much. Good time though. Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, I watched most of Yu Yu Hakusho. when I was younger on Cartoon Network. On the Toonami. I'm doing okay. Just big chilling. The Teapot of Luck. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back, Teapot. It's going okay. I'd love to get a shiny. What's your favorite shiny Pokemon? Ghastly. Oh, Amy needs to show me something. Is that a hand? That's Amy's hand. Amy, come show your hand. Now do a nay-nay. She's doing a nay-nay. Love Ghastly, I just don't like Gengar. Yeah, I don't like Gengar as much. I like Haunter and Ghastly, but Gengar is like, he's alright. I mean, it's alright. Double luck or give it to the next person. You know, I'll give it to the next person. It's fine. I'm okay with waiting. It's fine. Agnes. Hunter looks badass, yeah. Got floating hands and stuff. I grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and 5Ds. Stopped watching after Zexal. My character makes my ears bleed. Yeah, I watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Show. I didn't watch anything after that, though. I watched a little bit of GX, but I was like, Which one do you like most on the Weather Trio? I would say Rayquaza. And it's not even that I like Rayquaza that much. Think for the jewels. It's not even that I like Rayquaza that much. It's that I'm just not a huge fan of Groudon or Kyogre. I don't dislike them at all, but they're just kind of like middle ground legendaries for me. At least when it comes to legendaries. Bye. I only like the first gen Pokemon. Up to Mew Mewtwo. Are less originality after the first gen. Not the Gen 1 or first gen only Pokemon game, but they won't. Yeah, let's go Pikachu and Eevee. That wasn't that long ago. It was like, that was like 7 or 8 years ago. 6, 7 years ago. Vulpix and Ninetales. Okay. Yeah. Solid. I would say solid. Ninetales shiny. Nice. Top 10 shiny. They got the best ending duel to Japan only in GX. Yugi versus Shaden. Oh. That's unfortunate. Yeah. At this point, like, I would never watch Dragon Ball Z, like the original Dragon Ball Z. I probably would watch Dragon Ball because it was just so different. It wasn't like power scaling. It was a lot more of like it being an adventure, and Goku not being like super overpowered. And it wasn't about the power scaling as much, you know, like it was still a factor, but it just wasn't nearly as much of a factor. And then, yeah, I would never watch that. I wouldn't watch GT either. And then I wouldn't watch, no, Naruto wasn't bad. I think Naruto was okay. It was a little bit, like, sappy sometimes, you know? Like, they draw things out. And Naruto would just be like, I was an orphan. You know? And then the next fight, he'd be like, I was an orphan. And it's like, we get it, dog. You're stuck in my Genjutsu, you'll never find my shiny form, apparently. We're not that over. We're not even at odds yet, though, so we'll see what happens. I watched the original Dragon Ball. It was really good. Yeah. But Dragon Ball Z, like, no. I'd watch Abridged, though. They made an official Dragon Ball Abridged where they, like, cut out all the unnecessary stuff. And you can get through, like, a lot faster. Like, it's, like, 1/5 of the episodes. I watched that. Ali, what's up? SSJ 4 Goku. So badass the most. They kind of kept upping the stakes with it. Kind of diminishing returns at a certain point, though, you know? Black Mirror. Yeah, Black Mirror is a great time. We've watched most of the episodes of Black Mirror. I haven't heard of Love, Death, and Robots Secret Level or Oat Studios. I'll check them out, though. I just put them on the list. I got a list of stuff. Who do you think's faster, Mui Goku or Wally West? I don't know who those are. I don't know Mui Goku. Ultra Instinct? Mega Ultra Instinct? Super Ultra Mega Ultra Instinct? I don't know who Wally West is. So. Master Ultra Instinct. They just keep adding words on. What's going on? Wally West is the new Flash. Oh. No idea. No idea. New Flash. Mm-mm. DBZ Bridge hilarious. Seamus stopped after Cell Saga. Are you talking about like unofficial? Like, are you talking about just like a YouTube series called DBZ Bridge? Because there's like an official DBZ Abridged that they made. I forget what it's called. Dragon Ball Kai. It's called Kai, but it's abridged. Yeah, I was talking about Kai. Dragon Ball Z Kai, I think it's called. But yeah, they just make the original Dragon Ball Z more watchable. They just shorten things and get rid of unnecessary stuff. Ultra Ego. Vegeta. Vegeta kind of gives like Draco Malfoy vibes, you know. He gives like who's the prince in Game of Thrones, the blonde prince, you know, that everyone hates. I forget his name. Joffrey. Talk about DBZ in the convo. That's alright. Yeah, Joffrey. Vegeta gives kind of like Joffrey vibes, you know. I need to watch or rewatch Game of Thrones soon. Me and Amy will watch it. Amy like thinks she's not gonna like it, but she's gonna watch it and it's gonna be her favorite shit ever. So. Team 4 Stars abridged version stopped after Cell Saga because of copyright issues. Makes sense, yeah. DBZ AOT, neither. Game of Thrones, GOT. It's so immaculately good. Like, it's every single time you watch an episode and you finish it, you're like, I have to watch the next episode. Too much boobage for my fiance to like it. They would do that at the beginning of the seasons, but then they would stop later on, and that was just to hook people. So I was like, oh, whatever. Like, you know, kind of gratuitous, but it's not even a type of world. Like, it's not like a magic thing. Like, there is magic at one point, but it's like a very like isolated, mysterious thing. Little Kuribo, yeah, I watched all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge back in the day by Little Kuribo. Peter Dinklage owned that show. He did pretty good. Do I have 2-minute time break? Not really. You have something funny to show? I don't usually watch anything anybody sends. Sounds good. Have a good one, Rick. We'll see you around. Yeah, but it's not like a type of world. It's just like pre-technology. You know, they just don't like have factories and shit. That's it. It's like Middle Ages type of vibe, but it's on a different planet type of thing. Imagine Game of Thrones, but they had social media in the show. I think that would have made things a little bit different. I need sparkling water. I'll be right back. Grinding right now. That's not shiny. Hey, what's up, Derp? Just derping it up. How did I do that whistle? We're just swish. This is Pokemon Sapphire. Gum. Hello? My game just crashed? My game just crashed. Okay. That'd be funny if that was shiny. My game crashed. I have a emulator handheld with all the Pokemon games on it. It looks like an original gameplay. Hey, that's cool. You need to play that, maybe. Shiny Dorito. How Yu-Gi-Oh characters be like pulling out cards. Like, why are you holding it like this? Like, stop. I'll Shiny KYOGRE today? You think today's the day? Let's see. They announced the next Terra raid. Are they still doing that? I haven't stopped. What's the next Terra raid? Isn't it still just the starters? Or are they doing like something different? That Super Bowl Dorito commercial? Wait, the one with like the aliens or whatever? You've been wrong 2 times. You gotta be right eventually, right? Be the one to trust? I'm trusting. Can I do that? It's a shiny Dorito. 1 in 20,000 Doritos is shiny, and I got one. Actually, I have 2 shiny Doritos. Oh yeah, like the the cleaning, the Dorito cleaning thing. Yeah, that one was weird. Thanks, Ellen. Two shiny Doritos. I definitely don't have a 3rd shiny Dorito. I definitely can't make a Triforce with my shiny Doritos. Psych! Triple shiny Dorito. 3 shiny Doritos. Right. You like the Metal Gear game? Never played them. I haven't played most games. I had a few select games I played when I was growing up, you know, but not a lot. We didn't have a ton of money, so I didn't get a bunch of games, and so I was very specific about the games that I would acquire. Usually, if I played a game, I would play just that game a lot, you know. Power World 1.0 came out. I heard about that, yeah. 7-star Dragon Terra Magikarp. What are we doing? What's going on? It's got to put a shield up, and it probably has like a special moveset or something. Huh. I was bored too. I played Legend of Dragoon, PS1, Castlevania Symphony of Night a lot. Yeah. Games I played a lot. Banjo-Kazooie. Pokemon Snap. Super Mario 64. Banjo-Tooie. Smash 64, but that was on I never owned it. It was multiple rentings. Every time my dad would go rent me a game, I'd be like, Smash Bros. Smash 64. He probably paid more than what the game would cost in renting it. Like, what are we doing? What's going on? No Metroid. Pokemon Snap was a great time. I wish they had made like a good successor to it. They made one, I guess, for like Wii U or something, and it wasn't great. It was like, all right. Or was it Switch? I don't know, but it was very good for its time. Very resourceful. And then I played a lot of Melee. So much Melee. Was it a Switch Snap? Yeah. Yeah, I heard it wasn't great. Mega Man! I played a lot of Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2. I played a lot of GoldenEye 007 for PS2. A lot of Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 specifically. I didn't have any other of the games. Tekken 4. That's about it. Still planning on getting the remastered Kingdom Hearts. I'm sure it'll be a good time. Wow, what's up, Scrum? Imagine like I'm about to talk to Mewtwo. Gah! Some spicy water. Too sparkling. I don't really like newer games. You don't feel the love and passion from them like the old ones. Yeah, I think that's more like AAA type stuff. Like, don't really have that vibe, but I think there's a lot of like smaller indie kind of stuff, mid-sized small studios that are making good games, but like the word doesn't really get out that much. It's like word of mouth, and if you're not talking to people all the time about stuff and like keeping up with certain YouTubers, like you're not really gonna hear about it. But like the problem is that like, yeah, there are these games that are good, but like you're just not really getting that like the resources of AAA and then people who care about the game being good. Like you just don't get both of those things, right? You kind of get one or the other. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. World of Antera. Never heard of it. Pixelated top-down open world RPG. Okay. Just show me I'm gonna charge my gateway emulator, thanks. Yeah. Shiny hunting's a good time. I'm saying, or you can just play the games, but I just shiny hunt. I only shiny hunt. That's all I do. I don't do playthroughs. I don't do, oh, let's use the shinies to beat the Elite Four. I mean, I'll go through the Elite Four, but I don't care how I do it. I'm just gonna just throw an overleveled Pokemon at him. Click one move over and over type shit. I don't care. And if I'm going to beat the Elite Four, it's because then I'm like, oh, we're gonna, because we have to do that before we go get the shiny. Shiny hunts are just chill. That's right. And that's all I do. That's it. The collector and marble. Close enough. Yeah, what are they even gonna have Magikarp do? Like, is he gonna click like bounce, like flail? Your favorite Marvel character? Let me look at all of them. There's so many. What the fuck? Featured characters. Don't all the X-Men count? Nightcrawler. There's a software someone made that's like Pokemon Home for PC. Yeah, with like a UI. I mean, you could just use like PKX to like just save the Pokemon file and then just have it in a folder, but yeah, I'm going, yeah, Nightcrawler, yeah. Maybe like Scarlet Witch is good too. Yeah, well, with Hex, you can just extract the PokeSap file and then just like put it in a folder. So you kind of could do that, but I guess someone made a user interface for it. Got Deja Vu. Yeah, I would say like Scarlet Witch maybe too. Scarlet Witch is cool. A little bit OP. You know, like bending reality and stuff. Like a little OP, but cool. Think about it's like home something, yeah. Imagine I said like Spider-Man though, like Scarlet Witch said no more mutants, they all lost their powers, yeah. Sorry, it's a little wacky, goofy. A little bit silly. Don't hate on Spidey, he's cool, but it's like... Favorite? Come on. He can't be number one. Too easy. Although I will say, I think my favorite Marvel movie of all time is No Way Home. I think it's the best Marvel movie. It's just so good. We were always like, oh, they like, you know, they're nostalgia baiting, and it's like, I guess with like some of the movie, but just like a lot of it wasn't nostalgia bait. But then also like, what's the problem? Like, you're describing a thing, but it's not a problem. Like, imagine you watch an action movie and you're like, they're fighting, and it's like, yeah, that's what they're doing. What's the problem, right? Like, oh, they're just putting stuff in it that's nostalgic. It's like, okay, well, what's the problem? Excited for a brand new day? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And I don't know if Amy's down. I don't know if she's down. A little bit of nostalgia with more expanding the lore. Yeah, and the thing is that they didn't do it distastefully, where they were just like, just throw it all in. Like, it all kind of made sense with the story and everything. And they weren't ridiculous about it. And they weren't like retconning stuff to make it work. And they weren't doing anything like that. It was just like a reasonable use of Spider-Man from other Spider-Man universes. Like, I'm a scientist myself. Yeah, and it was so tastefully done with like Willem Dafoe and freaking the Doc Ock being in it and stuff, and it was just all so, it was all really good. It was all good. Unfortunately, when we saw it in the movie theater, so for some reason when I go to movie theaters, I have to pee so often. Like, it's a 2-hour movie, I had to pee like 4 times. And like, normally I don't pee that often. Like, even if I'm like chugging liquid, like I'm crushing sparklies sometimes. But when I go to the movies, it's just like, it's time for new liquid to be found in your body for you to pee out. Like, we've had this in reserves. Like, you're watching a movie, go! Open the floodgates. It all fit in pretty well with the world building. Yeah, it all worked. So it wasn't done distastefully or anything. So it's like, well, it's just nostalgia bait. It's like, it was stuff that people find nostalgic. Yeah, okay. What's the problem? Was it done poorly? No? Oh, did it work with the story? Yes? Oh. Did it all like work with the canon? Yes? Oh. Did they retcon anything to do it? No? Oh. It's a banger. It was just a banger. And not because of like, oh, because it had Tobey Maguire, because it had Andrew Garfield. Like, no, they were like little bonuses. Peter Parker's the only one the one above all talks to in the comics. Interesting. Hugh Jackman Wolverine. He's been Wolverine for like, it's been like 30 years now, hasn't it? Probably not that long, but like original X-Men movies, and then freaking the Wolverine, X-Men Wolverine Origins, obviously all the freaking newer X-Men movies, and then he's just been Wolverine forever. Wolverine, Deadpool. Deadpool, Wolverine. They did a reboot, like a retrospective like reboot like of X-Men, like origin stories, and it was just still Hugh Jackman, like huge jacked man. You're right. That's him. That's him. That's how he does it. How long left in the stream? I would say at least an hour. At least an hour. Could be 2 hours. I've been trying to do like more like 2-hour streams and like rest max. I'm hoping that they just let me off work tomorrow and I can just rest all day, because I've just been feeling so much better, like medical health wise, with my heart. Like I just need to I need to lay and just not do anything. Like more. At least for like another few days. I need to just have a potato weekend. I feel so guilty about like not getting up and doing stuff. Like I want to get up and go clean stuff and just like cook stuff and like make stuff so bad. You're getting better, yeah. Very relieving. Because for the past like, I don't know, up until we moved, I was feeling like more or less it like that impending doom feeling. I felt impending doom for like months and months and months and months. It was not good on me psychologically. Show me the pink fish, the tuna. What's up, Nick? I would like the tuna. There's just something about like something being wrong and not knowing what it is, and then it not getting better no matter what you do. You know, it feels like, at least. Have you considered locking in? I really did lock in. After I got sick, as soon as I was capable, I was like locking in. I've been eating healthier more consistently. Like eating consistently has really contributed to me having more energy. Instead of, because I used to do like 1 meal a day type of vibe, or like 2 meals a day, but they would be within like a 3 or 4 hour span, you know, and I'd eat a lot of calories in a short period of time. But now I'm eating more consistently, like a consistent stream of calories. Like I eat breakfast, I always eat toast and eggs with a little butter, and then hot sauce. And then I always eat some kind of like carb heavy thing for lunch. And like a protein thing. Go mad diet. Gargantuan 1 meal a day. Giga 1 meal a day. Gallon of milk a day. I heard that like the milk is like does something to your like stomach acid or something, and like if you drink like a certain amount of milk, like you will involuntarily throw up. Gut rock maxing, yeah. Oh, it's just that curdling is just so significant. as it reacts with gastric acid. So it takes up more space. Oh, it expands. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. That's why drinking milk, like a lot of milk at once, messes with you. It's that the milk expands. Specifically. Do I go to my nephew's birthday tomorrow? I would. That's the right thing to do, at least. As someone who didn't really have much, like, immediate family that I had any kind of relationship with for a long time, it's pretty much zero family that I communicated with at all. I would say having that can certainly be taken for granted. So I'm gonna say yes. $62.37. Just a 3-hour drive. Ouch. I think I'll drive to my parents' house now, which is halfway, and do the other half tomorrow then. That's a long drive. Okay. I didn't know it was like that. I thought it was just like, oh, do I feel like it? 3-hour drive's kind of crazy. You just take a plane. You just fly a plane. Gas is expensive anyways. I guess flights are probably expensive because gas is expensive, but like... Sheesh. You gonna go for it? I think it'll be worth it. What if the nephew thinks 8192 shinies are always more valuable than 4096 shinies? They gotta go. They gotta go. They need to lessen. They just need a lesson in... Well, it's not even value. It's rare. In rarity. Value, an entirely different story. Value is worse to say than rarity. Because I understand more where people are coming from when they say rarity. As opposed to value, it's separate. I love this comment someone left on the video too, because it's something that I think they really recognized that I maybe wish I had gotten across a little bit more in the video. I wouldn't have changed much with the video actually, but like one thing I would have emphasized a little bit more is the difference between like value and rarity, right? Like that they're entirely separate things. Like something can be very rare and nobody cares, and something can be very rare and people really care and it gives it more value, right? So like rarity is independent. Now there's a correlation between rarity and the way that people value things generally when it comes to shiny hunting and many other things. But with that said, it doesn't mean that they directly are tied and correlate. Let me find the comment. You know, no, I remember what they said. They're basically talking about the rarity versus value thing, and that they're entirely separate. And I feel like a lot of people didn't understand that or recognize it. Even if they agreed with the video, they didn't understand that concept. Like, they would go and comment and be like, I agree, it's more valuable to get like it with a single console. It's like, no. It's more rare at that point, right? It doesn't mean more value. The value is entirely separate thing that doesn't even really exist. You know, it is not an objective metric. 6237 for Amy, by the way. Might as well go down while they still think I'm cool. You already know once they turn into teens, I'll be chopped liver. Yeah. Yeah. I think my nieces and nephews still think I'm cool. Yeah. I have this one niece and I haven't seen her for like 3 or 4 years, but I think she still likes Pokemon. And I have a Switch with like 400 shinies on it. I'm gonna bring the Switch with all the shinies. Let her have whatever shiny she wants. I'm just cool like that. Hey, what's up, Infinity? Might steal that idea. Do it. Do you watch Ash movie? Ash movie? You mean like the Pokemon movies? With Ash in them? Wait. Walk sign is on. Wait. The first Pokemon movie? Yeah, I've seen it probably like 10 times. Good. I wouldn't go watch, so. Yeah, Ash is the main character. The Pokemon anime or was for a long time, so. Up until Gen, like, 8, I think. When they retired him. Let's go whale it. That's what I'm saying. Like, Moby Dick moment. Do I complete the movie? Did I finish the movie? Yeah. Have I watched all the movies? No, I never will. I'm not super interested in a lot of the newer ones. Pokemon movies are bad. I really want to like them because I did as a kid. I just can't. That's what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's. I wouldn't. I would watch maybe a couple of the older ones for nostalgia, but I just wouldn't watch any of the newer ones. Just wouldn't really be. Legends of Lugia. Legends of Lugia. Is that the one with the baby Lugia? That's not Pokemon the movie 2000. I did see the intro to the Entei movie. Oh no, the Entei movie's actually good. Yeah, I would watch the rest of that. Yeah, that's actually probably the best Pokemon movie. At least the ones that I'm aware of, that's probably the best one. I have a question for you if you remember it. What's up? I'm about to go on a drive, so I won't be able to talk, but I'll be here. Sounds good, gamer. What's the heaviest Pokemon, if you remember? It's like Guzzlord or Eternatus. Or Celesteela. Oh, it might be Cosmog. Cosmog's like a black hole or something. $27.35. Cosmog? What's Cosmog? Oh, those are two different Pokemon. Oh, it's like the Prevost to... Oh, yeah. Cosmoem, I think, would be the heavier one. I don't even know there's two different ones. Benny? Nebby? The one with the pom-pom. Is that one heavier? What's up, son? Never heard of this. What? Cosmoem? Cosmog? We're just calling them Benny and Nebby. 2204 pounds and 4 inches tall. Yeah, because they're like nebulas. They're like black holes, almost like condensed. Groud's the heaviest. I don't believe in Pokemon past Gen 4. They don't exist. It's TLC. Yeah. Ash is holding like nothing. The legendary Pokemon. Maybe it's like floating. It's like levitating, and he's just like supporting. He's just like caressing it. What's up, Matt? I gotta get a Sparkle. I gotta pee too. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. Pikachu out Cosmo. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What keeps so happy to go water skiing with her pink dad? Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You can see the enthusiasm. What's the blue sprite next to me on the layout? That is Vaporeon back sprite from Gen 1. It's a little wacky goofy. Yeah, you know, they were kind of doing, they were making it work with what they had Gen 1, so there's some bad back sprites. Hey, Gil. What are you doing, you man hunk? You hunk of man? We're just big chilling. Trying to get this pink whale. This is my Moby Dick. I'm Ishmael. Is that his name? Was that the guy's name in Moby Dick? By Herman Melville? I think that was the guy's name, Ishmael. Hello, sense. He's the protagonist. Ahab's the obsessed guy. On point. Knowledge. I've never read it. I haven't read most books, actually, it turns out. I did remember who wrote most famous books ever, though, in high school. For Quiz Bowl. And, like, I remembered, like, general plot summaries. Few character names sometimes for the more popular stuff. You know, it's like, what book had Heathcliff? And it's like, one of the shits by a Bronte, you know. Waterloo. Oh, the Better, yeah, the Better Good's actually good. That's the Better Good. I've tried two of them. I tried the berry, just it was just berry. It was like mixed berry. It was okay, and I don't like mixed berry that much. And then the black cherry Better Good was good. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I got the orange mango Better Goods, and it was good. It was solid. It wasn't amazing, but it was good for a off-brand kind of thing. They were the cheapest, so I'm glad they have good reviews from me. Yeah, they've been good so far. I saw the blackberry one at the store, and I didn't get it because I was like, I'd already maxed out on all my options, but your endorsements, everything to Better Good, they should sponsor me. They should sponsor me. Usually, when my grocery store, or the grocery store that I used to go to, had Polar, it was the least expensive. Well, they always had Polar. It was always the least expensive. How many sponsors can we handle? I should get multiple sparkling water sponsors and make them like compete with each other for my like approval. You know, they like change the sparkling water flavors. They send them to me. I try them. I'm like, this is an improvement. Is it as good as Polar's? You know, maybe. Oh, Polar's lime. Not a lot going on. It looks like Waterloo's lemon lime is actually taking the W right now. The more money they send, the bigger their shiny can sprite is on the layout, right? Yeah. Polar's my goat though. The least expensive in my experience when it is available. And the overall best, you know, and I like that they don't try to like slap you in the face with flavor. Like it's a little more subtle, it's a little more nuanced. It's like you're drinking sparkling water, crisp, clean, fresh, highly carbonated sparkling water with good carbonation, and you get a nice subtle flavor there. It's not trying too hard with the flavor. Because like with like LaCroix, I find like they're just trying so hard to make the flavor apparent, and they do too much, and their water's not good, and the carbonation goes away quickly. Like it's just the triple combo of just like mid sparkling water. Drink the grapefruit LaCroix, and it's like, you know, the grapefruit LaCroix is like, are you having an okay day? And you're like, yeah, and it's like, how about no? How about not anymore? Take a sip. It's not even undrinkable. It's just weird. It's just weird as hell. It's like they were like, oh, you know the flavor of like the actual like fruit part of the grapefruit? You know, that like sour, like bitter, tangy kind of flavor. Like, we don't need that. You know the peel? Imagine you like scratch the peel a little bit and then you lick it. Give it that flavor. Give it that. What are we doing? What's going on? What's your favorite Polar? My goat Polar, the ginger lime mule is really good. The orange vanilla is really good. Don't listen to Sloan. Thank you, Bill, and I appreciate it. We'll see what happens. Did you get the raspberry nectarine? Or the raspberry lime? They have two raspberry flavors, raspberry lime and raspberry nectarine. These like pine cones to you though. Interesting. I haven't gotten pine cone notes, but it's more subtle for sure. It's the raspberry lime. I like that one, but it's one of my least favorite Polars actually, interestingly. It just doesn't, it's neither of the flavors are apparent enough. Like it's too subtle. And the lime and the raspberry kind of clash a little bit. How many soft resets are you? I'm checking. 33, 52. We just passed 5,000. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I never get my hopes up. That way I can never be let down. You let your hopes up, you get let down. At least with shiny hunting, because it's purely luck. Hunting on the Switch, I'm on emulator. Yeah, the ginger lime mule. I have to. I don't know why I can't. I haven't had Polar in so long because they don't have it at any of the grocery stores near me. I have to go to their freaking website and look at the flavors to tell you what my favorite flavor is. Oh, the grapefruit. Yeah, the grapefruit. So my top three are orange vanilla, ginger lime mule, and then ruby red grapefruit. And I would say ginger lime mule and orange vanilla are kind of interchangeable for me. But I like the black cherry. It's not the best one. Peach is on the lower end for me. I like the cranberry lime. I don't like the pink apple lemon too much, but that's because I don't like apple that much. I like the cranberry clementine. That one's good. It's good, like mid-tier. The strawberry watermelon's good. I'm not a huge fan of watermelon, but it's surprisingly good. The lime's okay. And this is all relative. So like the lime polar and the raspberry lime polar like mog a lot of other brands overall, in my opinion. But like on the scale of polar, raspberry lime, and lime, on the lower end. Strawberry watermelon mid, pink apple and lemon at mid low, cranberry clementine like mid high, peach mid, cranberry lime mid high, the black cherry mid. It's not it. I want more from the black cherry, unlike most of the flavors where I feel like it's a good subtle. It doesn't work as well. Mandarin, I haven't had the mandarin. I'm sure that would be good. They have regular lemon, they have pomegranate. I haven't had these. There's a lot of flavors I haven't had. Toasted coconut, I want that, but I haven't had it. So the ginger lime mule is like, I think the most like flavorful though. Like it has the most going on. So if you find yourself being like, I just wish there was more going on, that would be the one to go for if you like ginger. I forgot Hone isn't on the Switch. Yeah, they just added Fire the Green and that's it. Yeah. Unfortunate. Like it would be very easy for them to make all of the classic Pokemon games available. I know that the DS games, like they got to figure something out with the whole DS thing, but like it wouldn't be that hard. And then Waterloo's my second favorite brand, and they have some more hit or miss. Some of them are like a little too subtle. Some of them hit like a little too much flavor in them. You know, like the black cherry Waterloo is better than the polar black cherry. It's just better. Like it's just a really good black cherry flavor at the right amount, and it just works. And then the tropical fruit Waterloo, the guava berry, they have like some more wacky flavors. They have a blackberry lemonade, and I like that one a lot. They have more wacky flavor. Polar doesn't seem to branch out a ton when it comes to wacky flavors. They sometimes have some like limited edition ones that don't get sent out to a lot of the stores that Polar's in the first place. So, you know, I haven't gotten a chance to try the wacky flavors. But like in terms of their standard lineup, they take a lot less risks. You know, they're just like, keep it basic for the most part. And I don't mind that too. I don't mind it. It's cool. I didn't have a lot of options, but like this one's not very good. It's like fine, but it's just like this raspberry and nectarine just don't work that great together. And it's like both the flavors are a little too subtle, but like at about the same level, so they're kind of clashing. Like I wish they would pick one, like maybe more nectarine than raspberry, or vice versa. So good. The Waterloo's water quality too is also very good. It doesn't give the same vibe as Polar, and the carbonation I would say goes away quicker, and is not as intense. And I love the level of carbonation that Polar has. I want it to hurt a little bit when I first start drinking it. You know, I want it to be like, why is it spicy? I wanted to hit like the McDonald's Sprite. You know? Yeah, like I opened this what, like 10 minutes ago. Carbonation's already like, you know, not as good as it could. When I was drinking beer, people would always say like, oh, when you like pour the beer, like you don't want to pour it too gently. Like you want for there to be a bit of head because you want to get rid of the carbonation. And it's like, I want all of the crispy carbonation. Like, I love the carbonation. Like, I'd always do a gentle pour. And it would be like, oh, it's going to make you burp. I don't care. I don't care. I'm down. Not to be gross, burping feels good. See? That was pure coincidence. Normally I'd keep it a little more subtle. I'd just do a little, you know? Hey, what's up, Curse? 34 hours, about 5,000 encounters. Wish luck, I'm hunting Giratina right now. Good luck, gamer. Giratina's pretty sick. Top 10 favorite Pokemon, Giratina? Yeah. I'm gonna say, yeah, Giratina's top 10 for me. I'm a Giratina fan. And a Veltal. A Veltal's probably my favorite legendary. It's kind of my goat right there. KYOGRE more like KYOGRE. He's alright. I mean, it's alright. Is he joyful? Is he joyful? I never really saw him that way, but you know, maybe just not like readable emotion. And drowning, yes, that, yes. Also, one thing I gotta lock in with the Gunners. Safari Week's in a bit, yeah. I have Safari Chancy going, but I'm specifically not gonna do it during Safari Week. And then I'll do it after Safari Week. I'll do it a bit after Safari Week. What do you think Kyogre's favorite food is? Fish. Fish. Sushi. Is there a plankton Pokemon? I feel like there's not a plankton Pokemon. Why isn't there a plankton? I feel like there should be a plankton Pokemon. Grass Rangoons. Oatmeal. I do got some overnight oats I could give. If you're shiny right now, I'll give you overnight oats, Kyogre. I will feed you overnight oats. Overnight oats for Kyogre. Not that time, but I mean, if it's shiny, I'm gonna get it the overnight oats. And I put some chia seeds in it, so it made it more like pudding consistency. I'm gonna gas station right now. I'm just speaking my truth. Vanilla orange bowl is the worst thing to happen to water since Flint, Michigan. It's so good. It's Amy's favorite. It's my third favorite. Polar's a brand of sparkling water, and vanilla orange is one of the flavors. It's really good. And Sloan hates it. Sloan has a vendetta against it. Sloan is conspiring against the orange vanilla polar. Sounds like a bit like an atrocity. What are you talking about? No, it's one of the most popular sparkling water flavors. Every brand of sparkling water has vanilla orange. It's like creamsicle. It's like creamsicle. You don't like creamsicle? You hate creamsicle? Hey, Speedy, this guy hates creamsicle. Everyone point and laugh at the creamsicle hater. You're with him? Have you had orange vanilla polar and you're hating? There's no way. It was just Sloan. You're harnessing an army, Sloan. A water creamsicle? Well, a lot of people just don't like flavored sparkling water, so. My first shiny Dorito. Just pulled it. You know. Be jealous. KYOGRE animation is brutal. It does make it not the shortest soft reset. It's also not the longest either. It's not. Could be worse. Luckily, the menuing stuff is pretty fast, which kind of makes up for it a little bit. So 55 hours total. What's longer? The soft resets in most games actually interesting. Like Mewtwo and Heart Gold Soul Silver with only a small animation is 51 hours. Not longer, but let's see. Lugia and Ho, I think, in Heart Gold Soul Silver, because they have more of an animation and it's longer to get to the reset. Base Gold, for sure, Base Gold. Base Gold is way faster menuing stuff. And a very short animation to get into battle with him. So it's only 36 hours. Really not too bad. I go base O on 3DS. Yeah, it's a very fast one. It's worth it. Want to get a Dunsparce from 3DS? Virtual Console Crystal. Gonna be annoying. Isn't it like Rock Smash only or something in the cave, or it's like a low % in the cave or something? It can be swarmed, so 40% encounter. You got to transfer it to Scarlet Violet. 1 in 100 to evolve into 3 segment. Do you want a 3 segment that you've transferred over? Is that what you're saying? Ideally, so has Game Boy marking out. I think that's like a minimum of 1,000 hour hunt. Bare minimum 1,000 hour hunt. That's longer. Let's see. Yeah, probably longer. No, oh, not shiny. Oh, okay, that's not bad then. I was thinking shiny. Just seeing. Okay, yeah, that won't be too bad. I'd be a little wacky goofy. Morty. I was doing just the regular 3 segment that on Sparse Hunt and Scarlet Violet, but we're just like, eh. The whole game. I was like, let me get back to what we were doing. Let me get back to old game stuff. Let me get back to non-Scarlet and Violet stuff. I gotta pee. We do a BRB. Do a walk away. Quick walk away. Alright, be back. Alright, be back. Alright. Almost forgot a sparkly. I got limoncello San Pellegrino. So. Thank for the Lux Charm. What's the new slurp? This is limoncello San Pellegrino. Ciao. I love you. He's just like, I love you. Not that accurate, but we ball. Yeah, this one's pretty good. It's alright. Like, honestly, it's kind of teetering on that level of, like it has sweetness, but it's, like, it's in this, like, territory of, like, there's just enough sweetness to where you want a little bit more, but not too much more, because then it would be not enough. Like, with sweetness, like, you can add a little bit of sweetness, and it's like, ah, it's not enough. And then it's like, oh, it's a good amount. And then it's like, oh, it's not enough. And, oh, it's a good amount. Like, it, for some reason, it does that. There's, like, these different tiers of, like, reasonable amounts of sweetness that you can be in, you know? And it is in the territory of, like, it needs a little bit more sweetness. That was here. There's either 4 grams or 27 grams of sugar with very little in between, right? Yeah. Yeah. My favorite cereal of all time, my absolute GOAT in every way, is Life. I love Life. I go sicko mode on some Life. I generally try to keep my sugar consumption pretty low. Or at least, like, not even carbs, but just, like, specifically sugar. I just try to keep it low in general, so I have not eaten Life in a while, but Life's my goat. It's so good. Texturally, it's great. Its only weakness is that if you are a slow eater, it doesn't hold up that well to milk, but the thing is that it holds up better than some cereals, and if you eat it fast, it's just not a concern, and I eat fast. I'm a fast eater. Like, when I eat, like, my brain just, like, turns off rational, like, thinking about what I'm doing. I just eat as fast as I can. It's just what my brain does. And it's not even because like when I was younger, like I wouldn't get seconds or something if I didn't eat fast or whatever. Like my brain just, when I'm eating it, my brain's like, okay, time to get it done. You know, I'll savor stuff every once in a while, you know, and I still enjoy it when I'm eating, but like my brain's just like, more. That's good. More. You know, one of my goats of cereal is actually Wheaties. I love Wheaties. I will say I do like to add a little bit of sweetener to Wheaties, but it probably ends up being like probably 5 to 6 grams of sugar total per serving, as opposed to like most cereals have 12 to 13 grams of sugar. Funnily enough, a lot of people be like, oh, how much sugar does Frosted Flakes have in it compared to like Cookie Crisp? They both have 13 grams of sugar, right? Or 12 or 14. It's like 12 to 14 grams. And it's like, oh, what about Life cereal versus like golden grams or like Golden Puffs that are like a caramel covered cereal? And it's like, oh, okay, one must be more. No, they're both like 13 grams. You know, there's some cereals that kind of slightly up the game, like Oreo cereal, if I remember correctly, had like 17 grams, but it's still not that far off. Like, it's not that much more. And then Reese's Puffs is like 12 grams. It's like not a lot of sugar. But then there's an occasional cereal. There's an occasional cereal that has an inordinate amount. I think Frosted Mini Wheats are one of them. But there's a cereal that people like think of as probably having very little sugar and not being a sugary cereal. And I'm not saying this makes it unhealthy. I think people think the existence of sugar makes it unhealthy, but I don't agree with that. Depends on your diet, depends on how much sugar you're getting from other sources, etc. Raisin Bran has like 30 grams of sugar. Honey Oats, nut cereal in that 6 to 9 gram range. Yeah. Speaking of, Honey Nut Cheerios have 12 grams of sugar. They have the same amount in them as Frosted Flakes, whatever. It's like 12 or 13 grams. And they're delicious. Love Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios. Okay, computer. Nut Cheerios. In high school, it was tradition to watch Schultz's funny moments and highlights every night with a bowl of regular Cheerios. I added honey to before bed. That sounds like a good time. Yeah. Something about like the low sugar cereals, when you add a little bit of sweetener to make them just right, makes them hit like so different. Like Rice Krispies with a little bit of sweetener. Like I actually, my preferred sweetener, if I am doing that with cereal, is actually coffee creamer, because it's just a sweetened liquid that you don't have to dissolve. Like when you put like sugar in Rice Krispie treats, you know, and the sugar doesn't dissolve, and you get down to the milk and you're like, I want some refreshing milk to like, you know, to wash it back, and then you get like a clump of sugar at the bottom, and it's like a thick layer of sugar. It's just like, no matter how much you mix it, it just doesn't dissolve well. Like, no. Okay, we need liquid sugar. Coffee creamer actually works really well for that. Sweetened like coffee creamer. You know, you get like freaking, you have a caramel coffee creamer and you eat that with Wheaties. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, like Wheaties adding a sweetener to it. It's different. It just hits different. How come they don't have like a frosted Wheaties type of cereal? Like it's just bran, but like sweetened. Like, because I know they have Raisin Bran Crunch, and that actually does have sweetener like on the flakes and stuff. And it has the clusters. Yeah, I do that with the unsweetened mini wheats, because to me, frosted mini wheats are a little too sweet. They're a little too sweet. And I think part of it is it's not even that there's that much sugar in them, actually. Thinking back, I think there may be like 15 or 16 grams of sugar. They're like one of the highest ones, but not that much. Not like Raisin Bran. But it's more about like the the distribution of the sugar. Like you take a bite and like you get the not sugar side and it's like not sweet, and then all of a sudden you get the sugar and it's like wah. Great texture though. Yeah, great texture. I think Life actually, I'm sorry, let me make a correction real quick. Life actually has less sugar than basically every other cereal that has any sweetness at all. And it has 8 to 10 grams. I think it's 9 grams it says on the box. Hey, what's up, Jacket? How come there's no like diet sweetened cereal? Like how come there's no cereals that are sweetened with artificial sweeteners? Or do artificial sweeteners start having problems when they're not suspended in some kind of like liquid or like something that was a liquid at one point? Like I feel like you could like spray on with like something that would evaporate. You could like spray on artificial sweetener to get it like evenly distributed because it's just so much less mass. I had to get my dog rehome to a different place. What? What's up with that? Stevia needs to be it. Stevia being $9 criminal. I live in the South. Yeah. You know, but I just would like to see it in general. Just some kind of like artificial sweetener. $69.93. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a cereal that like wasn't just like sweetened with sugar specifically. Why isn't that a thing? Why don't we have like diet Frosted Flakes? Is there a market for that? Did I just make a crazy invention? Nobody steal that. I'm so sad he's going to a better home. Some retired person that loves dogs. Oh, that's good. That's good. You'll miss him, but he'll be chilling. We're gonna get a dog pretty soon. Soon enough. Cried for like 2 hours. I'm still a bit sad. Yeah, he probably will be for a while, but feel better eventually. Just will take some time. It's not my other dog. I gotta get put down. No. I mean, that's how it usually is. It's not like an open, closed adoption kind of thing. Usually with pets, at least. Got some photos of him. You had to do it twice as a kid. Oh. We just had one dog. We had her for a while. And then we didn't. No more animals. That's unfortunate. It's M-O-U-R-N. Close enough. I knew what you meant. That's the important thing. Is there an E on the end? No. No, I was right. Okay. Yeah. No B. How should I cope? I don't think cope. Just kind of take some time, you know, just be sad for a bit, and you'll be all right. What Blake's saying is that you should bottle up your feelings and not express yourself. And bottle it up until it's really painful, and then, like, let it out in an outburst. And don't let people know why you're having an outburst about it. That's the healthiest way to do things. That's what Blake's saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's what Blake's saying. That's not what Blake's saying. That's what I'm saying not to do. Bottle it up, explode on someone you love, so it makes everything worse. Boom. Checkmate. Feelings. On my way to explode on some island. They'll headshot when you do it. I don't extreme win, never. Not my jam. Honestly, gaming, not really my jam. Right now, at least. I've been thinking about, like, playing something that, like, requires me to actually, like, lock in and, like, try, but I'd probably do that off stream. Pokemon stream win. Like, actually playing Pokemon, almost never. Shiny hunting, every day. I took the Twitch chat to this channel, a few others. It's insane. The video didn't explode the channel. Well, I didn't put my Twitch channel in the video description, and I also didn't recommend that people go look at my stream because I didn't want it to seem like self-promotion motivation because of the fact that I had to call people out. Like, I just didn't want there to be that dimension to it, you know. And it wasn't really my intention for it to make my channel bigger in the first place, you know, make my Twitch stream bigger in the first place. That was an unintended consequence. We've had a lot of people follow and overall more regular viewers and chatters, but the fact is that just, like, no matter how many views I get on YouTube, the style of my stream is just not for most people. Like, generally I will always float around the viewership I have regardless of how well YouTube does. We may occasionally find someone who's, like, here semi-often, but, like, very rarely you'll find someone who's permanently going to be around, or at least for, like, the foreseeable future going to be around. It's just the nature of the stream. It's just, like, I find that there are, like, very often I've had people that are here for every stream for, like, months and months and months, and then they disappear. And I think it's because having a more relaxed environment with not a lot going on and just, like, you know, kind of just discussions and stuff is, like, good for some people at some times in their lives, but most people, most parts of their lives, it's not really what they need or want, you know. Yeah, I don't, that's not really that that interesting of a prospect. Like, if that was my goal or my intention, I wouldn't single hunt shiny hunt. I just wouldn't. That is not conducive to a large following or large stream experience in general. How to get free Pokemon working 2026 legit? Google? Big strong Machamps near me. Doesn't everyone love emulators? No. The Pokemon community very specifically has this weird fixation on original hardware. Like, basically no other gaming community really cares about playing on original hardware versus, like, PC. And even then, like, most games are available on PC. So it's only with these, like, console exclusive games where people have this weird elitism. And it still exists, and it's, like, very obvious. It's the most obvious part of the elitism is the emulator stuff. I didn't touch on it that much because, like, I just not that many people play on emulator, you know, but, like, when people come into stream and they ask me, like, what are you playing this on? It's like, I don't understand asking that. It's like, why does it even matter? You know, but people care. Even if they don't say they care, them asking means that they care to some degree. And it's like, I think having your own personal preference is one thing, but I will say that personal preference, regardless of, like, me being like, there's multiple people on Twitch right now who I know are watching, who I know have that preference, and it's fine, but it is irrational. It's 100% it is just irrational, right? And it's okay to have that preference if you recognize that it's irrational, right? I'm one of the elitists about emulators. Yeah, I don't even understand how that's possible. Yeah, that's definitely the still most apparent elitism that takes place, because a lot of it's a lot more under wraps, you know, like the hating on method hunters and stuff. Like it's more subtle. It's more about the decisions people make and the people they choose to associate with and stuff, and like the memes they make, and they're like, oh, it's just a meme, huh? You know. But with the console, like the hardware stuff, it's way more apparent. But like most games nowadays are available on PC or console or whatever, and nobody would care which one you play on. So the explanation behind why people are like, oh, emulators like bad and hardware's good is never good too. Like them trying to rationalize it is what makes it feel more elitist, right? Because it's like, if you're just like, I prefer hardware because it just like makes me feel like when I was a kid, and like that's it, but like I just not any difference actually, like that would be reasonable, but it's just never the take that I get from people. What I hear from people is them trying to explain why emulator is inferior through very like silly arguments. Like they'll say like, oh, well, you could speed up the game, therefore emulator, like you can't play on emulator. It's not legit if you play on emulator. And it's like, you can speed up on original hardware. You can hack original hardware. And they're like, oh, you can cheat on emulator. And it's like, you can cheat on original hardware. It's like, oh, it's easier. And it's like, okay, so the accessibility of cheating makes a shiny not legit. Like, wouldn't it be that cheating to get it would make it not legit? Wouldn't that be the more reasonable thing? They said you look down on RNG manipulation just by saying multiple times in your video you think it's cool. Talk with RNG manipulators to make your video. You're making stuff up. Yeah, I was just, a lot of people just didn't watch it and just kind of made stuff up. So a lot of people too was like secondhand kind of thing. So like they went on Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever, and they saw people talking about it, and those people didn't watch the video and just kind of like made up a straw man to argue with. And then those people were like, saw that, and then they were like kind of morphed that into another argument. It was like just completely out there in terms of the argument that's being made, because it's like, it's not even addressing what I said. I might end up on emulator at some point too. The top people on shiny decks have like 3k shinies. I don't have the space to have that many shinies. I thought about Poké Radaring my way up the leaderboard. Can't actually view it because I'm not pro. Yeah. The Better Good Blackberry might be the best sparkling water I've had. It's, yeah. I haven't had that one specifically, but I'm sure it's good. The orange mango is good. What else was I gonna say? It almost tastes sweet. Yeah, that's the like, that's how it is with like coffee. Like the reason I love coffee so much is because it can bring so much sweetness to the table with that while having zero sugar and zero anything that's actually sweetener. Like it's things that taste sweet that remind you of sweet things that makes it taste sweet, right? It's like a different kind of sweetness. It's like vanilla. Like vanilla has no sugar, but it tastes sweet, you know? When it's been processed, of course. You can access the vanillin. But yeah, they'll make arguments like, oh, well, you can cheat easier on emulator. And it's like, okay, so how easy it is matters? Like, action replay is really easy to do, right? And it's like, oh, well, like on original hardware, like you can prove that you didn't cheat. And it's like, you could do that on emulator too, but there's just zero proof standards for shinies because it's just like, it's all luck. It doesn't really matter. Why would you want to have a proof standard in the first place? It's why it's weird that contests have, yeah, PK Hex exists. You can cheat in a shiny and just get it over to hardware very easily. You can use action replay. You can use a modded DS. You can flash a cart and make it, you know, you can increase your shiny odds or whatever, or all kinds of stuff you can do. You can also use speed up on hardware. You can overclock your CPU with a modded DS, and you can make your game run faster, right? It has its limits, right? And those limits are certainly lower than emulator, but it's like, now we're talking about, oh, you can speed it up ×2, but you can do ×3 on emulator, so that doesn't count. And it's like, we're talking about all these theoreticals, and it's like, let's just look at what I'm doing personally, right? I am playing the same software other people are under the same exact conditions. Everyone has to ask how I play, right? Because they can't tell a difference. I'm playing the same game. If I get shiny Kyogre right now, what happened? I got a shiny. In what game? Pokemon Sapphire. I got shiny Kyogre in Pokemon Sapphire. That's it. DNX exploit exists. I remember editing Pokemon and sending them into my own game. That's how I got event Pokemon like 10 years ago. Yeah. Big Chungus, Obama, Hamburger, Sussy Chungus. I agree. I just opened up my copy of Black 2 today and found 4 cheated shinies from high school. Yeah. Absolutely. But for some reason, it's like, oh, because it's easier on emulator, because it's more accessible. You mean because it doesn't cost money? You mean it doesn't count because you have to be more financially stable or like have money in order to cheat on hardware? That's what makes the difference. Like, just none of the arguments work, right? None of the arguments work. I've yet to hear a single good argument at all against like why we should look at emulator any differently. And the thing is, some people would make the comparison of like, oh yeah, well in some speed runs where there's actual competition, they don't allow emulator, right? And do you know why they don't allow emulator in some games? Because you have an inherent advantage that you can't do anything about, right? And that would be like some games have less lag on emulator. And some games perform better if you have a nicer computer, right? And so that's why there's typically a separate leaderboard when there is a difference. But a lot of classic games, emulator is perfectly acceptable. Ninja Gaiden, an incredibly competitive classic game. Just the first example that comes to mind. There's tens of thousands of games that allow emulator for speedruns, and it's on the same leaderboard as original hardware, right? But Ninja Gaiden allows emulator. Now, they're like, hey, here's 4 different emulators that we know function correctly. Like, there's standards, of course. But, like, yes, emulator is allowed on an incredibly competitive leaderboard. And if you look at the leaderboard, it's a mix of people on original hardware who just prefer to play that way and people on emulator. You don't see people going like, oh, well, because you played on emulator, it's more likely that you cheated. Like, you edited the game's software to make, like, jumps easier or something in Ninja Gaiden. Like, that's just not really a thing that happens or comes up, right? Yet in Pokemon, because of people's, like, emotional connection to hardware, because of their nostalgia for it, right? We get these weird-ass arguments about how it's superior to play on original hardware. You have to use your phone for a hotspot to get DNS to work. I did that for Amy, actually. I set up a router with no internet connection and connected Amy to it and set the DNS servers a certain way, and then she was able to get all the mystery gifts. When I move out of my parents' house, I'm going to get some cats. That sounds cool. Which is harder, Elden Ring or Souls? I don't know. It's really easy. Yeah, the DNS exploit's really easy. Yeah, you can do a hotspot on an iPhone too, but I just set up a router without plugging in the internet and then just manually set the DNS servers on it, so it's whatever. That's how you got Latios. Yeah, Latios was the roamer and you needed the gem thing for it. I know how it works with Poke Community site. I want to edit and send a special Pokemon. Ooh, yeah, that's different. It was Latios? Do you not need this stone thing for Latios? I thought there was one that was a static, and that static Pokemon is just available in the game. And then the other one, you have to have the mystery gift. Latios was for giving the girl the train pass, and Steven talks to you. Oh, Latios was a static. But Latios only appears with the item? Oh. I might need you to walk me through that someday. I don't have a smartphone to do it. I'd like to get the event. Regigigas? I didn't realize Reggie opened up the other Reggie's in Platinum. Yeah. That's the event. The mystery gift's the event. Roaming is the in-game. Okay. Yeah, I got you, Scarm. I think you could just use your router. Yeah, you could just like take your Wi-Fi router and just log into it and just change the DNS real quick. You wouldn't have internet because the DNS wouldn't like give you the thing, but you don't have to do web. You just go on your router, you set the DNS servers a certain way, your internet will stop working, you connect to the device, it will say no internet, but you'll still be connected. And then you log into Mystery Gift, it looks at the DNS servers and it says, oh, those are the right DNS servers. Okay, here's all the mystery gifts that are already in the game's code. Oh. I should go. We went a little bit over. I didn't realize. We did 2 hours. 2 hours. Not bad. But we are going to go. No raid on Twitch. Not too many people hanging out, so. No raid on Twitch for today. But I appreciate everybody hanging out. Thank you for chatting, chilling, lurking, whatever you were doing. We will be back tomorrow for, I think, Paris. Yeah, we're going to do Paris. Knock that out. If we get Paris, we'll go do Diglett, actually, because I don't know when Safari Week is, but I want to be doing not Safari during Safari Week, so yeah, I'm going to keep doing other hunts. So Diglett's really cool, straightforward one, so we'll probably do Diglett, yeah, if we get Paris. We could just go triple over odds for Paris. Who knows? It is a fast hunt, though. Yeah, last one. Serious business, last one. All right, gamers. You guys have a good night. I'll see you next time. Later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.